So, I got my Xbox taken away for like a month.
Oh God, what did you do?
Okay. So, I just got home from school. I needed a fresh change of clothes because the clothes that I had on were dirty. So I was gonna wash them, but like I can't wash them because like I'm a guy. Like guys don't do laundry. But my
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
stepsister was home, so like I just asked her to do laundry for me. And I how do I put this? Let's just say I lost No Nut November and my stepsister almost drowned.
She's 7.
She was
No
on birth
comment.
control.
just,
No
just
comment.
a chuckle.
Just nothing. Okay, so welcome to the Rush Podcast. I'm your host Nate, and these are my two co-hosts, Alex
Rush podcast here.
Hi.
and Jason.
I want to die, and I am
Hey,
not a
so
convicted
today's
felon.
our first episode. We recorded this already, but Alex, isn't the best with his recording software, and he kind of just deleted the entire first thing. This
It
was
got
supposed to go up
corrupted. Are
about
you blaming
three
this
weeks
on
ago.
me?
Right now,
It go up like 3 weeks ago, but it never did. So we've had some time to think some things over, and this may be a little forced, but it's okay. So the first episode is on our elementary school
and
experiences.
middle school.
Yay.
Same
I want
thing.
to die.
Woo woo
Soul
woo woo.
school, baby.
Yeah.
Soul school, baby. Alright.
Um,
Nate,
I'll
you
let
had
you
the
two.
most
I'll let y'all two
All right, where
start.
do we
involved
want to start it off?
stories. So I guess, Nate,
Experiences
you start.
between you guys. I'll save mine for the beef.
Between us?
Okay.
You guys
I.
want to say that involves you directly?
Alright, I guess we can
So,
start with how we all met. So,
at school.
Eh, that's a
haha.
good point.
That's a good way to start. So,
It's the
me.
kindergarten. I mean, Alex.
You can't. Well,
Um,
everything.
God.
You guys want to talk
Yeah. So I wanted to start with it.
or
So
kindergarten?
whenever I
I
came
met in
to
third
elementary
grade,
school,
and I met Alex in like second or first grade.
it was first, and
First
I
grade.
met Nate in kindergarten with me and another kid,
Oh,
and we were
R.I.P.
all great
Not bad.
friends for
my
years.
boy. I think we're supposed to hang out with him soon.
Mm.
I think we
Let's
talk about
actually
him
save this
first.
down.
I hope we get to see him again.
Hey, well, yeah.
I'm trying
So,
to find his
And
name, but I can't scroll past these
I am
eggplants and
correct.
fat noodle man.
Okay, so in the chat, I give you the boy during the podcast.
And
And
no,
I just
yeah.
type random things. I
All
just
right.
I do
I
eggplant.
say I say we talk
His
about
name's
homeboy first.
Conrad. Conrad's
yeah,
name is Conrad
Okay, sure.
okay.
That's fine.
with a C.
I
It's
love.
actually with a K.
That should be a CH.
I'll let
Conrad.
Nate. I'll let Nate talk about him since he was closest friends with him.
I'll do that.
Me and Nate were the
You want me to say that
closest.
for? I want to say that for the last because that's
Like, what is your plan here?
I want to talk about
We're already off the
Tiny
rails. So we
Tina.
hit 420 blazing.
I want to talk about Tiny Tina.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
whatever your
We'll
heart
talk.
desires.
We'll
May talk.
talk about her and
Exactly, Tiny Tina.
we'll talk about her later. But
Get
Jason.
shut down.
Listen, Alex. We're talking about her now. We're saving Conrad for last just because it's the
I
wholesome
thought we
way
were
to
gonna
end
start
it.
with how we all met each other and actually get to explain
Oh,
it and not be at 30 seconds.
Yeah, he has a good point.
and why are we doing this like as like we're like mid podcast?
Because it's
because
funny
you're
and the
too
people will
retarded
love
to
it.
realize how to make a video.
Dude, it's
Go
breaking the
ahead.
fourth wall. We're breaking the fourth wall. We gotta calm down, calm down.
Only viewers.
What
Okay,
is the fourth
so
wall?
so me and somebody met on the like
We've been on the
second day of
6th of
school.
November on a dark and stormy night. It actually snowed the day
Um,
before, so it's chilly
yes.
outside.
You
We're
know, I
outside on
don't
the playground.
remember at all
You can tell her
till
about this.
like
We met at the monkey
like
bars where I
fifth
saw
grade because I
Shabari
just don't
fall on
remember
his
my
gas.
childhood. Kai, you calm down. Um, so yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Then we
Calm
met
down, Finkel boy.
Jason
The
in
earliest
fourth
Yeah,
grade.
memory of Jason I
yeah.
had is Jason screaming at me, "Don't touch me." I'm
Tuh.
not joking.
And then he lost no November.
No, I'm not even joking when I say that. That's the only memory from Jason I remember is just "Don't touch me."
I just don't remember anything in life, so I mean, it probably is true, honestly.
Mm, yeah.
Okay, well, yeah. So you guys want to say anything about us because we're kind of irrelevant to the storylines.
I
You
think
know, we're
maybe
just a
we're the
bunch
most
of,
relevant
a
because
little chunkier kids. You know, none of us are
I
above 200.
literally weigh 145.
I think he's talking about me.
I weigh 152 right now.
Oh, I guess
Small.
I'm the
That's about
outlier
it.
in this equation.
That's about
Guess I'm
it.
the
Oh, that's
outlier.
about it.
Guess I'm the outlier in this equation.
Um, on a scale of
Mm.
1 to 10, how much, 1 being 100 pounds, 10 being, 1,000 pounds, you weigh more than us.
1.95, somewhere around there.
You weigh fucking 300 pounds?
You said one was a
Let's ask you
hundred.
1 to 10, how many pounds do you weigh, like, heavier than us? And you said
Oh, heavier than
195.
us. I thought
You
like
weigh like 300, my guy. Go to a doctor. I haven't seen you in a week. Calm down.
I thought
I don't
you
really know how to
said
respond
like
to
in
this.
comparison, not.
You know what? We can get you your binky. We can get you your
You're
a
Big
nipple
Mac.
rope.
Okay, yeah, so,
All right,
um,
let's just talk about the viscose thoughts, whatever you want to call them. I'd say that's a good spot to start off.
yeah, so basically, it was just like our like original friend group till like 7th or 8th grade, cause
Yeah.
like then we're like, wait, biddies are better than boys,
So
and so we all kind of took our own steps, and we all are on our progression to biddies. Some
All
of us
three,
are more advanced than
you
others.
mean two of the three?
What'd you say?
You mean two of the three of us?
bro.
I said everyone's on their way there, just some are more advanced than others.
Nobody was actually.
I'm going backwards.
I mean,
I'm
in 8th
evolving
grade,
but
I
backwards.
kind of got somewhere.
Nobody
Cut
got
it.
Evolving,
anything though.
just backwards.
Yeah, but so
So
we were
what?
all like like starting, and basically we met people. We all kind of made our friendships with girls, and
Except me,
I kind of chose
Yeah,
Tiny
more,
Teen,
more,
the
more.
very odd out girls. Like
Tiny
the ones
Tina.
I chose, thinking about it, weren't the best. Tiny Tina is a good example.
Yeah.
Like the main factor, but like I don't regret like being friends with her, like doing anything with her. But like the experiences I had through her were kind of not cash money.
Mm.
So basically, Tiny Tina and me became friends summer of 7th grade. After a very tragic incident happened between her sister and a teacher.
Let's just say it because I don't really
Um.
care about people's feelings. So there is our science teacher
Who's sexing a teacher?
in 7th grade, and hey, thanks for like spoiling the whole story.
Okay,
alright.
well,
Except they could use
just
mom.
continue.
Okay, no, you do your
But I'll say
in-depth
the story,
description.
Nathaniel. So our science teacher in 7th grade was he was a chill teacher. He was actually like one of our best teachers in mine.
I was failing his class.
Because Nate is not the greatest light bulb.
Probably Tiny Tina was also failing as well, or not Tiny
Yeah,
Tina.
no,
no,
she
she
was,
was.
she was,
Sister.
and that was the reason why. So this
Oh, no, Barbie girl was failing. That's why. That's what.
Yeah,
sign for
that's what I'm saying.
titties
Tiny
and
Tina's sister.
S for very good grade. So basically, they sexted, and he got 3 years in prison, and he is out today. So
Be
I mean, he
if
careful.
you're
got out
watching
this year.
this, if you're watching this, Mr. Teacher, not gonna say your name. I respect you.
Marry me.
I respect you.
All right.
Respect.
Shows up right behind you.
Happened, and me being me, I felt bad for her. So I like was like, "Hi, is everything okay with you?" And she was like, "Yeah, it's fine." And so like me and her like gradually started like talking, like becoming besties. And over time, what happened, but I
Started
guess
dating.
somewhere along the way I asked her out, and it was like weird because like it was like 4 months in 8th grade where like me and her would just like give each other like weird looks, and like we just never did anything because we were awkward and 8th graders and we had no idea what we were doing.
Does it go in that hole? Does it go all the way?
I
I
probably
don't
would have thought
know.
it was the ear. I was kind of a stupid kid. I probably
I
would have
thought it
thought
was
it
the
was the ear.
nose.
Yeah, so like Um, the most I ever did with her was last year. Actually, she had a boyfriend. It was kind of sus. She came over to my house, and we had some fun times. Um,
And then he
that was last
beat the
year.
crap out of you.
We had some fun times. Nothing. Where pants were off. Don't worry, no pants were off.
Socks were off though.
Yeah,
Oh,
she actually had a penis,
the socks were thrown against the wall.
and they
I
stuck.
had two actually.
Were they
I had
stuck on the
two
wall?
actually.
They
That's why
fucking
it
I'm scared they were
stuck to
contradicts
the
stuck.
like
wall.
hers.
It was
They just
during
get stuck.
November as well.
This was this happened during
Don't
November.
snitch on me like that. It was in July, but don't snitch on me like that.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Like,
but going back to the main story,
all the
me
word
and
that
her,
starts
were
with
pretty
B
chill
like that.
friends. I helped her through a lot. She helped me through a lot. I got nothing bad on her.
You
But
see, Sophie and I weren't really friends with her till like last year. Beforehand, we would just make fun of literally everything they did because it was hilarious.
Yeah.
it was, remember those guys from
They are,
California
they are
who met on
not,
Fortnite?
yeah, save the world. These
Uh,
two chicks are not smart people.
they aren't.
I'm just gonna say that they are very stupid people and very gullible people.
They also thought that it
But they're
went
good
up the
people.
nose.
Just very gullible and stupid.
They're very nice people. Just
Just a
they're not
little.
intellectually stable when it comes to things
They
that they
aren't
should be
redditors.
educated on because one of them made an oopsie one time.
She got,
Made an oopsie.
Just says
she
it.
got,
Made an oopsie.
Gloves
she
off
got.
immediately. You don't even give them. Don't give them
Honestly,
condoms
this is the
repaired
second
like
run
Jesus.
through. First run through, I was more sympathetic. This run through, I'm just like, you know what? People deserve.
We don't care, my guy. It happened. But yeah, so like, I got nothing against them, but I kind of wish they were smarter because actually
Yeah.
I don't do because if they were smarter, I wouldn't be in the I wouldn't be in the picture. So technically, I kind of don't, but now I'm kind
You
of
do,
out,
but
so I
you
kind
don't.
of do.
Yeah, you're really
Understandable.
not in the picture.
Um, it's FaceTiming me. I'm too lazy to pick up though.
Who is? Your mic keeps on cutting out.
Currently, Tiny Tina is currently. I think she's
I
on
want
to
to see
me.
you pick up.
Do not. No, not here. Not here.
Okay, but
No.
I'm just gonna get one story out of the
I'll
way
FaceTime him.
that completely amazes me. I never told you two this. I don't believe so. You were base. I told you briefly, but I never told you like what it did to me. So, basically in eighth grade, as the awkward eye stares, were going on between me and her. Her dad was taking both their phones intermediately because he was the only good parent, and after all the stuff happened with the teacher, he was trying to be a good parent, like keep them off everything because he didn't want anything happening further. This is before the child and everything. So he would take their
And the
phones
child.
at night, and there was a period where he took it like for an entire week. And so,
Wait,
Tiny
you keep
Tina
on cutting
went
out. What did he take?
Her phone.
her
Tiny
phones
Tina's
for a
phone.
week.
Oh.
Yes, and so she went to her friend's house. We call her Beaver. She went to her house one night and logged in to her Snapchat where like me and
Where
her
she was
texted,
eating wood.
where me and her texted, and she never signed out. So Bieber continued texting me, impersonating her without me realizing it. And over like a week, it got genuinely more and more aggressive to the point where it got where she told me to kill myself, and it was just like a little sus.
Oh, a
I love
little.
you. You should kill
But
A
yourself.
little.
eighth grade me was like, this is the end of my life, and I am going to commit toaster bath because like that's all I got right now, and like if she hates me, like why am I gonna be like doing this? And so I never told you guys this part, but I'm pretty sure I did go chop chop, but I don't recall.
So you were kind of like me for a period of time.
But you never did anything.
Damn.
Like no, you all joke with you, but you never actually do anything. Like I do have a very gnarly scar that has healed over on my left wrist. Still from it. It was a harsh time, and it took a month for me to finally get closure for it, and I realized that it wasn't her. And that's kind of when like all the romantic stuff ended with me and her.
This is
Like
Um,
we just
then
focused
November
on
came
being like
along.
more and more friends.
did she, what's it called? Did the friend that was impersonating her ever, like,
Leave her?
how do I say this?
Did she ever like give herself away?
Yes.
Nice.
She didn't actually. Tiny Tina's dad actually did, and
So he
He
he was the one
knew
that
her?
told me.
So her dad
Yeah,
picked up at one point.
Tiny Tina's dad was like, she hasn't had a phone in a week. It must be one of her friends. She went to Beaver's house on Friday. It was probably her that did it.
Mm.
So he kind of sold her out for that. So I got closed like a month later for it, and it was just kind
Damn.
of like, yeah. But I never told you guys that. So podcast is bringing out some dark memories. Um,
My dark memory.
so I'm gonna let y'all take over because I don't want to talk.
I had a very dark story to tell you guys. These viewers that are listening probably will never hear anything more scary.
I think just they can't hear you, period, because you're talking so.
Hear you at all. I
I
can't.
don't know how to say this honestly. This one time, I struck out 3 times in one game.
No.
I have to leave. I just
Everyone's least favorite podcast character.
I don't know how you could like live after that.
Um, guys, put in the comments of this YouTube video, if Alex is your favorite or Beaver.
What?
You keep cutting out for me, so I just don't know what you're saying.
He's saying
Which
either me
person do
or
you want
Beaver.
to
Which
be
one do you think's cooler?
the star of the next episode? The Beaver or Alex?
Beaver?
So we already know who's gonna be the star of it, but who do you want to be? Beaver or Alex?
Guys, all I'm saying is that Alter Boy.
Oh,
What?
I guess time to go
What's happening?
back in the
I
basement
did.
for you.
Nothing's fine.
Oh, get back to the basement. The pet, no.
Nothing.
Talk
Get
to him
that
on
next
his
week.
family
So,
for disaster.
what are we gonna talk about next? Do you guys want to talk about Anteater?
I
Y-
guess.
you can talk about that. That's a you thing.
That's more of a you
don't
thing.
want to.
That's a you
Then why
thing,
did you
Jason.
propose the thing?
Alright, so,
Go in
You're
depth. You
lagging out.
made me
You just
go
had
in
a
depth. You
major
have to
lag
go into
spike.
I
depth.
had some Bisco biddies during my middle school experience. Romantic as Nate, even though Nate like almost died.
Jason, you
But you know,
talk once a week. What are you talking about? You
Nate,
talk
this
once
was
a
not
week about
last year.
sports.
This was 2 years ago. I
Ooh.
didn't talk to you. I only talked to you about it after it was dying.
I say you only talk once a week about sports. I'm like, my guy.
No, but like during
Did you guys go on
the
a bike
heat of it,
ride one time?
Wait, what?
That was
we
pretty
did a
intense.
bunch of stuff during what's it called, 8th grade. But like during 7th and 8th grade, we talked a lot of text messages. Like we weren't per se dating. It was more of like casual
Talking
friendship
romantically.
with
You should just
Tension
define
that you
dating
both
and then
knew of
just
that
say
was
snow.
there, but you never wanted to say anything.
fornication. All you big boys out there that know what vocabulary I'm
Sex.
saying. It was a joke.
Was that right? I didn't even know what
FBI,
that
don't
meant.
yeah,
I'm so smart. Okay,
good.
Continue.
I'm sorry.
We texted a lot, did a bunch of stuff together. But then, so basically, the backstory on me is that I do a lot of things not by myself, but like I do a lot of things for myself. AI, focus a lot on school,
A lot
and
involving with
a
your
lot
left
on
hand.
yeah, a lot of like throwing a ball with my left hand.
Oh.
Yeah, and like working out and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So I don't really
obviously.
have a lot of time to spend with other people. If I do have time, I'm normally spending with my friends. And
Xbox.
Hmm.
so if you ever wanted to die, Nate, you should.
I, 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 I think that goes for both of us. Nate,
So
I got a
I was
pool
in
and I got a
Florida,
toaster. Come on over.
and when I go to Florida, I pretty much
Yeah, you pretty much what was it called?
and I was in the shower one day, and I just see a text
Ooh,
message from the Anteater. I'm pregnant.
your sister.
Yes, it's just a text message. I'm pregnant. And you
Whoa.
know, if it was Nate with the midget, would have been a lot more
Eh,
sympathetic. Like,
It
oh, I
was
can help
Tiny
you through
Tina.
this, which it was actually. I'm sure I'll tell the story after this. It was for him. It was, oh, I'll help you through this. You know, I got you.
Oh,
Me,
I forgot to
but
talk about that. Ooh, yeah.
I'm talking about this story.
Let Jason talk first,
Go
and then
back to
you can
that
have
thing.
your bit. I need no screen
But
time whatsoever.
thank you. But but instead for me, it was more of let's just say it's none of my god darn business. Get the frickety frack up out of my business before I shite all up on you.
Ooh.
Basically, I was just like, nah, I ain't dealing with this. I'm not the father. Why should I be taking care of this? Get out of my life. I'm not trying to be with you. I'm not trying to have a relationship with you if you're gonna do that. Like, just
Oh.
I don't want to be a part of
Then
you.
she goes like, "The jig is up. You
Your
got me.
thought.
It was all a prank."
Then it's like hashtag blessed. Life is great. JK LOL LMAO.
And I was just like, "You think?"
And
This
now it's
goes,
just like
"You think this is a joke?"
IG. I'ma head out, and that was basically like killed it. It was still alive, still had a pulse. Let's say it
Stabbing
was
that
It was
about
part.
very slow. It
0.2
was like
beats per minute.
0.2. Doesn't even finish it.
That's Nate was talking about earlier with once a week talking about sports. It just basically got to that point, and now I just don't talk to her at all. And I'm
Yeah.
honestly happy.
Mm.
I mean,
You're kind of like Kevin Hart whenever he got divorced with his old wife. He goes like,
It's
I'm
100%.
happier than she is right now. I am."
Exactly. That's all I'm saying. I'm hitting
I mean,
dingers
she likes wiener
and getting
schnitzels.
hundreds on tests, and I have bigger tests than her because I hit chest.
Isn't she likes wiener schnitzel?
Yes, and ich spreche the Deutsch.
Nice.
You scheißen Fat.
And tell that's the language of our God.
Whoa,
Wait,
that's a bit much.
wait.
Should probably
But
stop this bit,
yep.
please.
That's basically the story with me and the anteater, and
Huh.
why she is a extremely like. This is how I picture her, her body, her curves. You see, it's very exquisite, very
Rectangle.
intuitive, very, romantic and imaginative. See,
Particular.
you just see this fine, you long black hair. Just her hips are this thick piece of paper. That piece of paper was blasted with a flamethrower and thrown into a pit. You see? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I'm painting a
Yes.
very vibrant picture in your mind. A flattest human on
Yes.
earth that you ever seen. You
But do you
hit legs once and you'll have bigger curves.
want to talk about your other experience?
Which is that?
Um, name if you feel like if you want to talk about her.
Just put it in the chat. I don't know who you're talking about.
Your other experience in middle school. Talks to your sister.
Oh! Nah, I'll let you talk about your. Let's go.
I wanted to talk about her.
No, talk about what's it called? Midget.
You mean
Tiny
you
teen.
mean,
Part.
you
Oh
mean
yeah.
Tiny Teen?
The baby. Little baby.
Had a much
Yeah.
a much
I
more
don't know if we
different
should talk about
response to her
this.
with the same question that I was.
Yeah. Same question. Purely hypothetical, but like
It was completely
same
true.
contact. It wasn't though. That's the thing. Wait 1 second. Let's call this back in 1 second. You two talk about let's talk about what's her face, Jaden's other experience, and we'll come back to this.
Okay. So in 8th grade, there was this girl. Honestly,
What?
No, I think no. This was in high school, I think, wasn't it?
like still, like if you're out there, hit me up. How do you
Oh,
know
but
who
of
it is?
course.
You talk to my sister a lot. And you talk to my boyfriend.
That's
You
funny.
don't really know what's happening, but hit me up. Billy Joe on Instagram. But there was this girl. At the time, I didn't want anything to do with her because I was in a relationship with Anteater. So I was just kind of like, get out of my face. But this girl would just talk to me nonstop, 24/7, no matter what. She was in my homeroom,
Didn't
and
this start with like the Regents prep thing?
I don't.
I
No, I
think
don't
that's
think
when it
I don't
started.
even know how it started. Honestly, just one day she just came up when I was sitting in homeroom with me and a bunch of our friends, and she just comes up and she starts talking to me, just me, nobody
Good
else.
experience.
Like there's just a bunch of people around me that I'm talking to. She just and I just went on for like the whole year. Just talk to me. full time. I stop 24/7, and like honestly, much rather have her than the animator.
I think I need
Job.
personality.
Okay, so going back to Tiny Tina. So, I had an experience with her, like, I would say this was like 5 months ago. Me and her are done at this point. We're just like really good
We're all
friends
friends
at
with
this
her now.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this point I'm just like her like male best friend. And like she's like my female best friend, so we just like talk about everything together, and it's just like, very cash money. And she had a boyfriend at this point, and so I'm just like, okay, that's true, I don't care.
But
And
then,
so then she just texts me being like, they're like 2 months into dating. And she's just like, yeah. She was like, yeah. She's like, Chief, I don't know how to
This
tell you
man's
this.
pull-out game is so weak.
It's so weak, my guy. And I'm just like, yo, what?
wait, what?
And she's like, it was the weakest thing ever. I'm just like, yo. I'm just like, can I be the uncle? She's like, hell yeah. And I'm just like, sweet. I'm just like, I'll be there to support you.
But
And
then
as
they
long as I
actually
get to be the
realized that
godfather.
she was a
And then,
teen mom.
yeah, and then I was like, as long as I get to be the godfather, I'll be there. And
Part
then,
2 or part 1?
she was like, wait, it's a joke. She's like, but thank you. I'm just like, yeah. I'm like, can I be the godfather, though?
Technically, you are.
I mean,
Wait,
it's
but
not
it's
even
November.
there
Wait,
yet,
but
but
it's
like,
November.
and she doesn't have one yet, but I will be the godfather.
December 1st.
I don't get it.
Podcast episode December 1st. We're talking all about Tiny Tina.
No, on December 1st, I will not be talking to anyone.
Oh, I get it. You're funny.
Okay, yeah,
Oh,
so like I'm very supportive, unlike Jason, Jason
Yeah,
is just like,
honestly, I just get fed up with people, and I'm just like, yeah, wickety flack you.
yeah, sometimes when Jason does that, it gets extremely annoying, but like, you have to look over that.
okay, what's
You know,
next?
it may have taken me like 5 years, but I got over it.
Got over what?
Jason just ditching people when they weren't useful to him.
Oh. You're like Narcissus from Greek mythology. He cares about himself, and then he drowned himself because he loved himself too much.
Yeah, because he was looking in a
Pond.
lake.
Oh yeah, told me that.
So did Mr. You a little
After see,
hard.
I don't care. After
You're not talking
at
about my
C
Lord
for
and Savior, Daddy Mc.
I don't care.
Guys.
For my favorite teacher ever, you gave me a 99 on
Can't say his name.
the paper that was due 2 days ago.
So,
Can't say his name.
McMuffin.
But Smiley, let's talk about your relation. So that wraps up that. I'm kidding.
Silence. Okay, that wraps up that.
oh wait,
So
did you guys see
Alex, let's
the?
talk.
Wait, before I do that, I saw this one thing on Twitter. It was like top 10 people I've slept with. It's 2 slides, the title page and then the end slide. I just go like,
Same.
just goes like, thanks for watching.
I mean, all of us.
For a
can't say
second, I
anything
thought
about
it was
that.
me, and all of the other kids in my school said the same thing. They thought it was me in the video giving the presentation.
It was, wasn't it?
I think
Be
it
proud
was.
of that. You just shouldn't be proud of that.
I would be.
I would be.
But like,
What am I gonna get?
shouldn't be. You shouldn't be telling a podcast that like you're proud of that.
I don't think people really care.
I don't think people care
I
about
mean,
our
true. If you got this far, like you have just
Just
like.
leave it
I
as a
had
person watching
I
it.
maxed my
It's just-
charisma and my
Probably not.
I maxed my charisma and endurance.
Yeah,
my
Um,
classes
actually,
is hard.
Somali's trying to not have a girlfriend till he is at least 45, just so he can work on his stamina.
Yeah. I need to
probably
wake up.
gonna be 1 second after November, and it's gonna be terrifying.
Comes December 1st.
All of the
December
work
1st
I've
midnight.
done over the past 2 years of my life reverted like nothing.
Yeah, that's facts. Your stamina's just ruined.
It's going to
Okay,
hurt.
so
Alright.
tip to all girlfriends of anybody. If you want to have the most effectiveness in the bed, honestly, would recommend October 31st.
And especially not with me.
Sorry, Swallow.
Yeah, I know.
It's fine. Yes.
Sorry, Swallow.
I don't know why. Just a lot of people don't like me.
Good job.
Like the same
I don't think
thing.
I don't think it's that people don't like you. Like, if they got to know you, they would like you. I think it's just that you're a very shy and closed off person.
No, because there's this one girl. I don't want to be with her. I just want somebody to talk with. Because half the time, we'll call him racist, is not on the bus. He has a ride. So she's like the only one on the bus with me. And I say, hey, you want to do you want to actually talk or whatever? Because I get bored.
What's her name? You can make up a code name.
Yes.
We'll call her Flashy.
Oh,
Flashy?
Flasher tip.
No, not that.
Rosa Parks.
Rosa Parks?
Yeah.
No, but like, I tried to make conversation. Like, she wouldn't be talking to her boyfriend. Like after she hung up, I'd say like, "Do you want to make conversation?" And she would just say no. And I think it's.
Well, you
We'll
don't
also
say
say this.
that.
I know who you're talking about,
Don't say
and
that.
I have friends that have had
don't
more
say
than
that.
conversation with her.
Somali, that's not
that
how you start a
Yeah, no.
conversation by saying
have
you
a
want to have a
conversation.
Well, I don't say it like that. I just.
You want to speak English?
To
Well, I don't
talk
say
to
it like
me
that,
instead
but I
of your
just say, like,
boyfriend.
I try to engage conversation, and she just goes like, you know what? I just don't want to talk to you. I don't like you at all.
Want
Honestly,
to
make
talk
fun
to
of her.
me instead of boyfriend?
Somali, on Tuesday, just make fun of her.
I do
Yes.
that. I normally do that anyway whenever racist is
Tell
on.
her because
Say the N-word.
I do know her. Alex, I know who you're talking about, and she hasn't shaved anything
Yes, we
in
know.
4 months.
Somali's
So use that to your advantage.
Wait, she hasn't what?
Shaved in
shaved
4 months.
Shaved?
So just
Her
call
face.
her Bigfoot.
Her face. She hasn't shaved her face.
Anything. Just call her Bigfoot.
She hasn't shaved her face.
Call her Backbush.
You
You guys get that Family Guy reference?
Guys, shut up!
No,
what
but
time are we at right now?
we are at 38:15. We can still keep going.
Yeah,
We flew through that. Oh god. Oh wait, we forget the most important thing that happened during our 8th grade year. That literally
What?
involved all of us.
Wait, before we do, I wanted to talk about the girl that Jason talked about earlier. We're not gonna say a name because we don't have a name for her yet.
Pick one up. We don't care.
Fat thick?
What?
Fat
PH
thick?
fat. No, PH fat.
PH fat.
PhD in fat.
If you're
PH
listening,
fat.
hit me up.
All right, PH fat.
Oh, hit me up. I'm better.
So I would say this is like 100.
Jason silently plotting my demise.
I don't know if this was a joker or not, but
Snap
she
me
would.
for my number.
I don't know. She would say hi all the time to me, and I
Yes,
feel like
it was a
you know
joke.
what?
I
I don't think this
trying
is
to
real.
make
I think
conversation.
she's wait.
She was.
She's screwing with me, right? She's got to be screwing with me.
She was.
So I didn't really like to say much in front of her. See, I'd say
Jason's
yeah,
like,
I
she
talked
was.
to her, but like, I get,
She was. She was.
but
I didn't really want to say anything, but she was.
Yeah, I was finish your story.
she would like to talk a lot, engage conversation. I would talk to her, but I don't. But some half the time, it's like in the back of my head. It's like she's got to be
And
screwing
I
with me.
feel
There's
like that's
no
why
way
you're
she
awkward with a lot
wants
of
to
girls now,
actually talk to
because
me.
you think that all girls are just trying to mess with you.
Yeah, because I think they screw with me.
PTSD.
Maybe
There's no way in
just
heck.
like try to put yourself out there
Just
more.
be a meme. Be a walking meme.
I
I
kind
like
Every
that.
time a girl walks, hang out, fornicate off, you visco thought.
Gets like the spray bottle. Gets like the spray bottle.
Yeah, pull out a spray bottle and squirt it in his face.
Pulls out a bottle
Hey,
of bleach
sit,
and dumps
sit.
it on them.
You want a treat? You want a treat? Sit, sit. You want to go
I'm
potty? You want to go
sitting.
outside?
He
You
gets
want to go
the
outside?
bleach.
You want to go for a walk? You want to go for a walk?
Yeah, but again, I think we're gonna talk about more of this with me in the next episode. But I'm just a bit shy. I feel like also no one wants to like talk to me a lot. Like most girls don't want to talk to me.
Yourself out. Well, you
It's
can't wait
because
for
you're
people to come to
because
you.
you have your
I do
breastises
put
still now.
myself out there, but they just refuse to talk.
No, you don't. No, you don't, Alex.
Well,
You
not in front
really
of
don't.
guys.
Alex, you can't wait for them to come to you like you've been doing. You need to go to them.
Honestly,
No
that's
girl's
so
gonna come up to you and do it and make themselves do it. You have to do it for them.
Yeah, I know, but the
They
thing
kinda
The
is,
ones that go out of their way to talk to you usually are psychopaths, and I can say from the last 3 people I've talked to that is true.
I've
Oh,
said for
those-
the last two, not the last one I've talked to, the last two that I've talked, like the two after for that are psychopaths.
because I think it's not really in front of you guys, but I somewhat put myself a little bit more forward than I do around you guys. Because
And that'd be weird if you put yourself forward to us, because like
Yeah, you have your socks off currently.
I always have socks on.
I have socks on. Thank you very much.
After last episode, I always have socks on.
After we recorded the other episode, Nate,
I always carry a
Nate-
pair of
all
socks
three of us,
on
we
my
have
person.
Nate filled his socks with Flexi.
I can't
I got
take them
flex-
off.
I got flex tape on. I
You'll
literally can't take
understand.
them off without like ripping off my skin.
Yes.
But I want to talk to more, but I just don't get like time, and I don't put myself out there enough because I feel like I'm not gonna be able to do it. So why should I even try?
Honestly, I say one time we just go out in the streets. Just go walk around, all three of us. Maybe we'll pick up the racist. Just go walk around. We're gonna get some Wally girl. It's a lot easier to talk to girls when you're with a group. That's what
Yeah.
I've learned.
If they both have groups, I think it's best.
Because then if they here, think of it this way. They push you off or they try and make fun of you. You literally got the two best roasters in Western New York here.
Then there's me. I will spit on them. I will just try to make conversation and spit on them.
Then you just hear like out of nowhere, like behind me, me, Jason, and racist. You just hear.
And then you see me trying to make conversation.
We move out of the way.
Just
Hulk's like
Somali walks.
the
Somali
largest
walks up to a
loogie.
girl. Hey, how's it going? My name's Alex. X, I don't want to talk to you. Hey, yo, Bisco's out over there in them jeans showing off goddamn shite. Piss off.
Comes in with a super soaker, sprays them in the middle of winter, they freeze to death.
No, I want like
It's like
a classic-
Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat, they just freeze in place and die.
That was a hardcore nerd.
I want just all like just us three and racist. We go around. If they just insult us, I want me, Jason, and racist to just stand in a
Yes.
wall. Nate behind us.
Yes.
He starts charging a
I was
loogie.
just
We
gonna
move
go.
aside. You just hear like we move.
No.
Spit
It's,
on them.
it's all three of you in front of them. and me, all three of you in front of me. It's just me behind you guys. See me. You guys are just like, hey, you don't want this smoke. You don't, are you sure? No, do you want this? You guys just move out of the way. It's just me. Boy, look at this Visco.
Well, again,
chicken bone.
Throws a
I
hydro
already
flask
did
at
this
him.
joke, but again with the
Grabs a
This man
baseball
has a
bat,
left
big
arm the
hydro
size
flask
of
in
a
hand,
mountain.
has hydro flask in hand, attaches to baseball bat, starts beating their head in with the hydro flask attached.
That is a genius.
James anti-oop as blood smears on your shirt.
And then
How's it feel? Okay. So yeah, it's the elementary school episode. Remember that?
yeah,
no,
we're
we just
kind
said
of
it's the
like
school.
We still haven't talked about the main event.
What did
So
we
in
do
8th
in
grade,
elementary school that could be podcast worthy?
in 8th grade, there's this one kid, we're gonna call him Bowl Cut, because he had a bowl cut.
Oh,
You guys forgot the most important thing that happened to us.
oh my god, I totally forgot
I
about
completely
that.
forgot.
So there's this kid, very weird, very, I would say
Quiet. We'll
outgoing
say
when
he's
it came to
quiet.
try and talk to Jason. Specifically,
I got
Jason.
girls, and then I got a guy, and I'm no
He
homo.
got bowl cut.
This was and it
Socks
wasn't
at this
October
point with
26th.
duct tape onto his feet just in case he ever tried to pull them off.
That's facts. That's facts. Super
And so
good.
this
Gorilla
kid
kid.
was basically obsessed with Jason.
Would always follow
Like
me
at
around.
lunchtime was a sacred time in middle school,
Like
and this kid took our seats to
in
sit
middle
next
school,
to Jason.
in middle school, you hang out with your friends at lunch, and you have seats. They're not assigned seats. They're your seats, not assigned. Nobody
Your
chooses them.
seat.
You sit there, and it's your seat. Now, this kid, the school shooter, just swipes in out of nowhere.
Alert.
Out of nowhere.
He just
I don't know.
held B in Modern Warfare and just slid straight into the table.
Like, yeah, yeah. Actually,
And we all bullied him because he took our seats. And like he'd be like, "Why they wouldn't bully me because you took our seats?" And we
And
just
you're
like
kind
cuss
of
him out.
invading.
sole reason.
You kind of
And
put
I
yourself
feel
a bit too
like
out there.
now thinking back on it and me saying that, I do feel like we were the cause of the events that were to come. But at the same time, I don't care. I feel like he deserved it.
No.
I mean,
Because a normal person, first off, would know not to do that. Second off, after they were told to piss off, they would piss off. This kid, I admit, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but he did have mental issues. But at the same time, you have to be like on a different level. You're not diagnosed. You're not born with that type of mental illness. You acquire that to the point where you do what he did.
Point, he didn't have mental illness. He just had no common sense.
Okay. I'm just gonna. We didn't actually talk about what he did though. So basically,
Oh, no, we're gonna get into that. No,
we'll
let's
get
get
into
into
in a
that.
second, but we have to
No,
give
we have to
context.
build up to it. We have to build up to it.
Yeah, we have to
Like-
give
Okay,
context.
like all through November, all the way to December 1st.
It's like the build up, like, and over time, this kid kept getting progressively more angry as like we call him Mal, sitting next to Jason, and
Not
like
even just sitting next to me, just for being weird in general, and not making fun of him for his mental
muscle
illness.
milk.
Just for
Muscle
like
milk.
he's like a
Muscle milk.
stereotypical
No, but
scrawny white kid that has no friends.
we thought what was really funny is that so every day he would bring in
Drink
a
muscle
protein-
milk.
He would bring in a protein shake called
Not
muscle
any
milk.
protein shake.
Muscle milk.
Yeah, but he never worked
Muscle
out.
milk.
That's the thing. He would never work
Never
out.
gained a single ounce of muscle.
He had
His
chicken arms.
His arms were like you could see the bones like
But
protruding out of the skin. Like
Yeah.
you could see like the bumps of the bone. There's like no muscle whatsoever.
He was in my homeroom. Let's just say dodgeball was fun.
Oh.
I know, Jason. I remember I was in your homeroom when this happened.
No, you weren't.
What happened?
I was in someone's home where I just nailed Nick.
No, you weren't.
I was in the EL. I was with the ELA. You guys had the
I was with
reading.
English. Nate wasn't in my homeroom.
Yeah, he was.
No,
Oh,
I
wait, no,
wasn't.
he was in religion.
I didn't focus on you guys in religion. It was just it was me and Jeff. It was me and what's her face. Thank you,
Mark
Dina.
that down.
Yep.
We got 3 in there. We got a name and 2 swear words.
No, we got 2 names in 1 sentence.
Jeez, and
When
you
did we
dropped a
start?
bunch of f-bombs and
This was like a bunch
scheisse
of
bombs.
like what?
I just really messed up. I just
He
okay.
dropped fornicating a bunch of times and scheisse a bunch of times.
Yes, I just kind of just said everyone's name, and I just kind of when I caught, I just went
Just
I
control
just stopped.
yourself.
Okay,
Yeah.
I marked down like I think it might be around that time where you started saying all the names.
It was like okay, we'll get into this after. So basically, over time, his anger kept building and building and building. Everyone basically bullied him at
before
this
we do
point.
this, what happened in gym?
I
he
He
just
know
was
getting
he,
picked
this.
on in
he was
dodgeball?
he was really just like don't you like shooting ranges? Like he was like the dummy you fire a gun into.
Oh,
Except the gun was a dodgeball.
Except the gun was my left arm and the bullet was a dodgeball.
And
it's
so
like
basically,
it's like a
yeah,
mortar
he
and a
got
shell.
bullied a lot. And one day, I guess he broke, and he was in music class, which was like mandatory at that time. And he was like, "I'm going to bring a gun to school and shoot all of you." Eh.
Hashtag blessed.
And then like our other friend, let's call him Unit because that's what we had up there. He comes up to me, he's like, "Yo, Bullcut said he's going to shoot up the school." He's like, "We gotta do something that's kind of sus." And I'm just like, "Yo," I'm like, "I'll probably go to the principal later and like tell her just like being like he needs to calm down." And a thing about the principal is this was her first year. Our 8th grade year was her first year. Our old principal left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our old principal.
Old principal was great.
Yeah,
Uh.
we had her like the entire time until 8th grade, and then she came around.
Yeah, so then she was new and she didn't want any controversy under her belt. So like when I went to her, she sent me to the guidance counselor, and like her and the guidance counselor came together. Like, okay, we're gonna like try to like do something. And then they brought the kid in, and the kid turned the entire story around, blamed me for everything, specifically me, and completely forged a story that wasn't even true about me, that I did everything. And at this point, me and this kid had roughly 7 encounters together, and it was just me telling him to like stop like intruding on like things I'm trying to say to like my friends, because like he had like outbursts where he just like starts screaming,
Racial slurs.
just like no, he just started screaming like random things like mid sentence as like we are like trying to talk to each other. So like as an example, Jason would be talking about like his night, and I'd like say like a funny joke in return, and then he'd go back saying the exact same thing except in like a retarded voice, like, and then everyone would be like, "Stop!" So like that was like my only like encounters with him, and so he I guess just like turned everything around and blamed me for everything, even though he had nothing against me. Well, I mean he did, but like I had nothing honestly on me, and I served a week of detention for that. There was a few emails exchanged with my parents and the principal. Nothing became of that. Except for like 3 months later when us 3 plus a few other students got called into the science room to have lunch. I'll let y'all two talk about that.
Oh yeah.
I
I think
think
I
it's
happened.
football.
No, I think me and no, I think we all had separate days except I think Jason.
Oh, we all were
and me.
together.
Yeah, we were all
Were we?
together.
I
Oh,
thought I was
everyone,
solo.
it
and
was just
then
everyone in
you
the
and Nate
science
were.
room.
I thought you
Dude,
and
I
Jason
remember it
were
was so
together, and then I
awkward.
was separate.
Like just one day, the guidance counselor just came up to us and he goes, "Hey, we're gonna have lunch."
It was just me and Unit just sitting next to each other, and then just laughing at this. But like,
snickering.
we didn't want to say anything because we get screamed at.
Like
So it was just me, and him, just exchanging looks at each other, being like, "This
Yeah,
is
we were
just
like-
so stupid."
Yeah,
This was
we were the
before the
OGs.
age of
This time there's
Visco.
no Viscos.
yeah,
Yeah,
but that used to be a snickering voice, not like a Visco thing.
you right. You right.
This was when snickering was allowed.
It's when having a hydro flask was normal.
This was when having a metal water bottle was sanitary.
Was considered cool.
When straw.
Well,
Okay,
it
so
This is the
guys,
time before
talk
straws
about
became
what
cool.
so talk about the event.
Oh yeah. We were talking about that.
Yeah. All right.
What?
You can.
But we were basically just we were just in a lab room, just sitting there in silence. The guidance counselor trying to start a conversation.
Oh no, she
All of us
was
just
like,
not really caring.
"How does this make you feel? Like, if something like this happened to you, how would this make you feel?" And like, it was like, "Yeah, bad." And then she's like, "Well, that's exactly what you made bowl cut feel." And everyone's just like, "We don't care."
Like, he was the one that broke. It's his fault.
It was basically all his fault, but the guidance counseling center made it pinned it on us.
Yeah, she kind of twisted the words, make it think that it's on us and not him because.
So she twisted it and blamed. She was basically saying that we created a monster.
He was
What's to
there was already a
happen is our
monster
fault.
within, and then his consciousness awakened that monster. We didn't do anything with it.
Oh, and no, it's just that we did this and we caused this monster, and like we were like, it was like we created Frankenstein. Frankenstein, you know,
Frankenstein
his
was
thing.
some retarded.
Then he kind of did his thing. What time we at?
57, like 35. We can still keep going.
Honestly, we kind of ramble because we already got all over like our base feelings.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna close this off with something very nice and very like wholesome.
Yeah.
So I didn't say about Conrad in the beginning, just because it was just like something I want to say for the end. So me and Conrad have been friends since kindergarten. It was before I met Alex. It was just me and him up until 7th grade. We were like the best of friends. We hung out literally every weekend. His parents were best friends with my parents, and other way around too. It was just a great thing. And then he texted me last day of school, after school, saying, "Yo, I just found out I'm moving and I'm not coming back to St. Greg's for the final year of what's it called? Of middle school." And so he was just like, "We can probably hang out sometimes, but I don't know when. But like we'll keep in touch." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's completely fine." I'm like, "I'm down with that." And summer went on. I hung out with him one or two times during the summer, and then we kind of cut contact for the entirety of freshman year. And over that time, me being still salty little boy, I was pissed, and I just somehow a story came in my mind that he just ditched me, and he ditched all of us because he just didn't want to be friends with us or something along those lines. and that was my mindset until I got snapped back into reality like 2-3 months ago.
Realize he was
I really realized that I made that all up and I was completely stupid. And so when I realized that, I'm like, wait, wait a second. And then, I texted him a few days ago. I'm like, happy birthday. I'm like, we should hang out sometime and get back in touch. And I've been like, me and him have been catching up for the past like few days, and like we're probably gonna hang out sometime, and that friendship is repaired in the best way possible.
I
So,
wouldn't say repaired.
Can
I
I
would
add
Oh.
on to this?
pick back up where it left off.
No,
I
this
don't
is
even say
something
that
completely
because there's a
different.
lot. It's like Gatsby and Daisy, Nate. You not see this coming.
What?
You change past why? Of course you can. Nah, I just want to like
Get
see him
shot.
a few. Yeah, no, I just want to like just like see him like a few more times, like just like want to try, just know like he's like chill.
And I'm not saying that the friendship is over. I'm just saying it's definitely not gonna be the way that it used.
It's not gonna be to the point it was before, just because I saw him every day and like
Yeah.
it was every weekend.
Literally.
But now it's gonna be like once every like 5 months.
Nate is literally it. Gatsby.
I literally am. Oh God, guys, no one hit anyone, please.
What?
I don't want someone named George coming after me with a shotgun.
Okay.
Well, whose pool am I gonna be in? Ah.
Yo, it's fun.
Wait, could I add on
Yeah,
to what you
I
said
wouldn't
about...
want to die in a pool. I would rather die in a bowl
He
of
didn't die in a
chili.
pool.
Shot when he was floating on a float in a pool.
No, he didn't. He went over in
Yeah, he
the
did.
tree line. And then
Looking up at the tree line.
Wait, what are
He
we
was
even
floating
talking
in
about?
his. He was floating on a raft in his pool.
Wait, who are we talking about?
The Greek
Gatsby
guy.
from The Great Gatsby.
Oh.
Nate, did you finish the movie already?
Oh.
Guys,
Oh.
we're still here.
Oh yeah. Alright, that's a good way to wrap it
Wait.
up.
Okay.
I was gonna say I wanted to
I'm
add
about to
something.
turn into Gatsby.
Sabali's
So
trying to say
R.I.P.
something.
Mimi.
Stop hogging up the runtime.
I wanted to add something since we were on the thing with reestablishing relationships. This is somewhat of a sad note, but whenever I joined my high school, I had like no friends except racist, and that was it.
Sounds
Nice.
so bad.
And then
That
by
sounds
the
amazing.
end of freshman year, I met this one kid. I'm not gonna say his name, but I would hang out with him every day in the morning in school. I'd talk to him when we had free time in English class, and every Friday, whenever we'd like come to our club, I would talk to him like for the next 2 hours and play video games with him. And this has been going on for like what, for about 8 months, and now
So it
he
sounds like you're in a relation.
no. Shut up. No, but he.
What kind
shut
of video
up.
games did you play together?
Super Smash
Um,
Bros. And Jackbox.
Exploding building.
Was it Pregnancy Simulator 2019? uh,
No, but what was sad was that he told me today that since he didn't meet a mark that his parents wanted on like his report card or something, that he's gonna be leaving or wait, he's gonna be leaving the high school
Mark
and
that
going to a
down.
public school.
salute our fallen soldier.
And I was
Everyone, abs in the YouTube comments. If you made it this far and you heard that story, everyone put abs in the comments. For our fallen soldier.
I'm not really done yet, but what the major thing was is that at the since it was a Friday, we wanted to me and my other friends at the club wanted to give him like an honorable farewell. So I was just like, we all salute. We all saluted, and we were just like, I said like the speech, something that was like among the lines, let his endeavors be as prosperous and fruitful as his years were at this high school. And then we all
What does that
saluted him.
mean?
It means he
It's-
barely lasted 2 years at high school, so
mean-
he
I
will
mean
not
that-
succeed in
Basically.
life.
I'm saying, I hope you have the best of luck when you transfer to your new school.
You hope
And
so?
then I hope that we can stay in touch.
So yeah, this was the first episode of the Rush Podcast.
That's not
I
right.
hope you enjoyed. This has
Hey
been
y'all, this has been the last episode of the Rush
us three.
Podcast. If you like this, please smash the like button, comment your favorite flavor of ice cream in the comments. Make sure to subscribe. We have 4
Mine
subscribers. Half of
is
them are
for
me.
sure
Half of
cantaloupe.
them are me, but it's all right because we're growing, we're booming, we're making money moves. Lil Tay on that beat, we're bringing her back. Hashtag tisk tisk in the chat. Let's get all those Visco thoughts up in my DMs. I want to see all those hydro flasks. Let's hit 50,000 likes on this video, and we will do a dare for you guys. We will go into my parents' closet and try and find my mom's.
Okay, and that has been the podcast. Hope you enjoyed.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.